passion for art comes from way back. My mother was the most responsible person to drag me to museums and shows and exhibits. From a very early age, I was taken to movies by Buñuel and Bergman and all these great filmmakers, and also was exposed to art, particularly great Latin American art of the mid-century. This exposure stays with you.
As far as El Espacio, I think that it was a journey that I am so happy to have been alongside George with this beautiful space that started first as a place where we're just going to have our holdings, and as we are custodians of our art, we thought it was just going to be some place where we can relax, enjoy our art, and George had an incredible vision to be able to see this place into fruition to where we could have our art and invite artists and have a residency program and be able to, by using our holdings, be able to have these impressive art exhibits.
But in 2014, after George had donated everything to Pam, the collection was very small at the moment. You know, a few pieces were left in the Pérez collection. And we had no idea that El Espacio was gonna come along the way, that nothing of this was gonna happen. We opened our doors in November 2019 as a public institution. It's open to the public 3 times a week. Everything that we show here at El Espacio and all the projects that we generate, they come from the Pérez collection. The collection is very large. We have right now, as we speak, we have over 7,000 pieces.
The collection is growing at such a rapid pace, and for us, it's such a shame that most of it remains in storage. What we wanted to do was highlight specific areas of interest that we've been working on as curators, as collectors, and be able to share highlights of that with the community.
So the first wave of that was the gifting of all my Latin American collection to the Pérez Art Museum, and that's when they named it after us. But more importantly, the reason that El Espacio came about is if I would have given all these pieces of art to the Pérez Art Museum, they would have gone to storage. And I didn't want that to happen. And number 2 is the Pérez Art Museum is a public institution, and we are just one voice out of, many, probably 60 people that are making decisions as to what to show. And we wanted to have our own decision-making about the areas and the artists that we personally like very much. And we can be showing the art all the time. It's always changing, right? So you come here and you see this exhibit, and the next one is going to be totally, totally different.
We are proud that we're becoming a player in the local art scene. It's hard to kind of start anew and compete with great institutions that already exist, like PAM, like the ICA, like the University Museum Systems, the Low Art Museum, the Frost. All of those have had such a long and rich tradition in South Florida. We're coming in with a unique perspective. We're coming in, with a private collection, but that's very rich and diverse.
We are avid collectors and continuously buy art, always thinking of how will it be seen by others? How do these pieces, interact with the rest of the collection? So there's always been a thought of art should be public, and we've developed so much time and effort, money, that it was very important for us from the very beginning to make sure that people could see it. And that's why it's free. We wanted it to be for everybody, not for people to have to make an effort to pay in order to see it.
So we give the local audience that opportunity. And then the shows remain open until August. And parallel to the show, we invite artists to come to the residency throughout the year.
La obra que está exhibida ahora en el Espacio 23 es una obra que estuvo en Art Basel, Suiza. Bueno, adquirieron esa obra y después me invitaron a formar parte de la residencia.
Para mí es importante estar aquí porque lo que conozco de la residencia y algunos artistas que han participado, pues es una buena plataforma, además de que tengo la suerte de que es durante la feria de Miami.
I think that the impact that we've had is that we've been able to offer the community with a very varied exhibition program where artists can come into the space, which is free to the public, and they can encounter magnificent pieces by the great artists in art history, but in conversation with very young, emerging talent that they may not necessarily be familiar with.
our commitment is with this city, and we want to see this city to make an impact in the art world. Be part of that is amazing. There's nothing better than doing what you like to do and then see that other people can enjoy. So that is a plus.
And it's just turned into an amazing project that we both really, really enjoy and able to provide for our community and our other art lovers.
The power of art is very strong, and we wanted it not to just be for us, but to be for everybody.